Oh no, my Wii U Pro controller is running out of batteries. It only has 8 hours left. I love this controller. The only thing this controller missed is that it doesn't have a gyroscope. That's the only thing it missed. Everything else, perfect. Perfect. God, where do we go, man? Where do we fucking go, dude? Usually, I don't like to spend time or waste time just by you know, not knowing where to go, but I would certainly prefer if we just I got this area. I was living here for a little while. As far as I know, there's nothing here for us. It's not yet. Maybe I'm an idiot, actually. Hold on. Because it's like, oh yeah, the water just, you know, just drags us, but it's like, you have the iron bolts region, maybe you want to use them. Because, I mean, you know my layout. I did not want to do that, but, well, it worked out, alright? I don't have, like, well, I do have it. I don't have the C buttons on the right stick, as that will be, like, the normal way you will do it. Well, I do have them, but for Ocarina shit only. But for the buttons as they are, I have the left C button be the right trigger. Down C, it's Y, and right C button. Not like we're going to be here for that long, right? But right C button is X, you know, considering the Nintendo layout. I'm gonna climb that. It's like I think we're moving a little too fast because of the bunny hut, and it's throwing me off. It's throwing me off. It's throwing me off. Can I? Okay, thank you. Well, I think we did like a backflip on top of this. Right. All right. Well, I'm lost for words, dude. I don't know that. I don't know, dude. I mean, if we had a Longshot, we couldn't reach that, but we don't. So let's start considering options, dude. Wait, we got the light arrows? And there's like these things over here. Let's check something. Alright. I mean, do you think we can just, you know, read them shits or something? Probably not. I know have been a weird shooting gallery. Just destroying this shit. Also, what do you make the can be broken sound effect anyways? I don't think it can be broken. Do you make that sound effect? I don't know, dude. I'm just doing a mental flyby of areas that we could go. Well, we can go to the graveyard, right? Let's make some content over there. I mean, that's the only thing that I don't want. I mean, I could be exploring here and there, whatever. But I mean, besides just burning like recording time, recording hours, I don't want to make filler episodes because not very good to watch. And I always feel like, you know, I'm wasting y'all's time by just running around without knowing what to do or where to go. Well, anyways, I guess we can go to the graveyard, right? Also, I got a couple of heart pieces while I was just dating around. Oh, look. Well, there's a hookshot thing over there, but I don't think we can even get it. Okay, well, I mean, I guess we could go here, but I think some of the graves around here open. Maybe we can just go and check them. Maybe I'm suffering Mandela effect. I mean, CFG is great, man. Oh, okay. I was thinking, oh man, did it crash? Alright. Is it going to be a kill all enemies type of room or... Well, anyways, guess we start going here. So, well, welcome back to this. Not sure if we're going to be... Ew. Maybe because the hitbox is at the bottom. Because, I mean, you're meant to hit them with blue fire. Nice. Get out of the way. They didn't even give me my cards back. And this is quite the windy cave. Really? Is this how this fucking looks like? I mean, we can hook on read it, so you know, we cool. Well, there's that over here. Well, I don't think I see the guy. Okay. I don't know, it seems like... Ouch. Like a little too far away for what we're trying to do. Nice. Well, anyways, didn't we open like a secret magical place? Where is it, bro? Weird geometry. Yep. Geometry that Link doesn't like to traverse through. That should be fine. Right. It almost happened again. And that spider was teabagging. Let's see. Oh god. Well, this... We're going to do a little clip arena here. Ow. Well, at least we got a decent spin attack. I don't remember where we got it. Probably because of the sword, right? Ugh. What? Damn. New friends. You got the spooky mask. The achievement. There seems to be a strange power in this mask, unknown and incomplete. What? How do we get the fuck out of here? Yeah. Oh wait, it did open. Thank you. Oh, God. Well, maybe we can test our new mask over here. Oh, okay. Hey man, do you want to talk to the dude? Oh. Endurance mask mechanics, I guess. Ow. Well, I guess that's a thing we can do. I seem to be able to talk to them. Oh well. Better than nothing. Any other way that we haven't gone to that somehow open? Ow! Fucking rat. Oh, we already went here. Damn it. I think what I'm going to do, and this is going to be off screen, is that I'm going to make a second save file and just play with the achievements on, make sure they are on, and just, you know, let them catch up. Because some of the achievement requires previous achievement to be had in order to continue. I kept attacking many times today, dude. Let's be careful with that, alright? I got them bamboozled a couple times. Okay, this is open. Neat. Where's that giant thing over there? Oh god. I mean, I'm just... Alright, it went in. Alright. The freaking key. Did I just destroy something that happens to be, you know, use something as a background element and not meant to be destroyed? I'm pretty sure that key is not going to screw us over in any shape or form, alright? We're not going to get Master of Time 5-month anniversary, alright? I hope. It was a key X is cursed. Now you cannot finish the game because that key you can ID value from another place, and now you can do you cannot get a key from where a place where you're supposed to get it. Some shit like that. It's always some shit like that. Alright. See what this actually was. Oh, fucking rat. It's the Megaton Hammer ones, right? But still, you never know. Alright. I mean, Banjo-Kazooie music is very iconic, but I'm not sure this area beats the tempo, you know. Well, then again, it's not like this area is trying to be like horror spooky, it's more like generic spooky. Alright. That was something, I guess. Where else? Where else can we go now? I don't know, honestly. Yes, beats, marker, big trouble, context here, plant, and zoom. This is some dumb shit. This is some stupid bullshit. We were here, man. We were here. Oh well. Just had to make a greater thing. Whatever. Well, anyways, welcome back, I guess. God. I'm gonna make it. Well, at least now when I'm always just looking at CV playing it and it's like, okay, what's next? And then I see you know, him bowing the bow and arrow, that thing. And I'm like, one of those things that if you miss it, well, too bad. Well, regardless. We're back to where we were. And I was seeing like the achievement list, and there was like obtain this item at the Aztec ruins or whatever. And I thought, well, I guess we have to go to somewhere like that. And where is somewhere like that? Here. But then, you know, it didn't seem so obvious then. Alright. Let's go some Aztec Mayhem. Aztec Grotto. Ow! I just tripped. You need hookshot for this place. When ready, keep moving on. When you get to the puzzle, all puzzles in line earn juggle switches, time bow shots, and then your jumps. Oh my! Alright, dude. Thank you. Now for sample music, I guess. Well, welcome back to this, I guess. Finally say it properly. Well, let's go dungeon exploring, I guess. I will bought like the metal shield too. Alright, nice. I mean, I don't mind the Forest Temple music, I like it, it's some of my favorite. But I think this place could have used, you know, the Odolwa Temple music instead. You know, get it with the theme. And if we're going to be fighting Odolwa, hopefully it's not like the revival one, but they probably recycle that shit and I'm not going to like it. Alright. Also, my brother's working today again. So, you know, we're going to take advantage of that and record a little, especially Zelda run price, because I think we have a good backlog of Death Stranding, Sonic Frontiers, despite me finishing the game already. Oh god. Now that I think about it, next week is going to be like the last Sonic Frontiers video. Well, for the main, what do you got, a broken compass? Oh, yeah. That is for the main campaign. And then we play a bit of the DLC, but I don't think I have a lot of footage for the DLC anyways. So, yeah. Yeah, Sonic Frontiers felt like a messy playthrough. I mean, I guess the issue is just that for Frontiers, it doesn't feel like a Sonic game. No, it just feels, you know, like an open world game, but I think I said it before. But instead of, you know, doing things that you do in an open world game, you just pick. It's like if you were playing Breath of the Wild and the only thing you do is just pick Korok seeds. And you just wait until the next thing happens, the story, before you get picking more Korok seeds. That whole Sonic Frontiers feels like. Which I was thinking, what other open world games did something about the open world to make it feel fun? And I was thinking that Saints Row 3 and Saints Row 2 and the others had different diversions for you to do that help the open world don't feel like unnecessary exploration. Well, come on. Like for example, Saints Row had like gang hideouts where you go, there was a bunch of enemies, you kill them, kill any wave that came after, and you know, you finish that diversion, you earn part of that to the island, claim it to the Saints, and you know, on to the next thing. Sometimes it's just exploring, sometimes it's just doing like time challenge, sometimes it's doing whatever challenge. And it helps the open world feel useful. And you earn things like respect, which you could use to other things, level ups and whatever. Frontiers doesn't do anything like that, so you know, the open world is just picking up cork seeds. And considering, like, in Frontiers, you uncover the map by doing, like, the diversions, which are not much fun. It's kind of like busy work. And it could have been easily remediated. It could have been easily fixed by just giving you, like, I don't know, 10 to 20 memory pieces. If you did like a diversion. But I guess that's the other part, right? Because I mean, for example, if we continue the Saints Row comparison, as far as I remember, Saints Row doesn't require you to do like well, forcefully diversions in order for the game to advance. I mean, at least well, let me take that back, because I think they do ask you to do diversions in order to advance the story, but they only ask you to do it once, and it's gonna use the tutorial to let you know that, oh, you can do these things and this is how they work. Now that we gave you space and time for you to understand this mechanic, instead of just having you go out of your way to figure it out at the first time around, you know what they are, and you're free to do them if you want. Alright. But the diversions were story related only for the first one, and the rest one you're free to do it on your own. I don't think I can control that, right? It seems okay. Seems a little far away. Oh, I take out the arm. Oh, you sure when I press the button? That's nice. That's a neat quality of life. It's like completely unnecessary, but it's a good feedback for the player if you show those type of things. You know, applause on that one. For the applause, I live for the applause. I wonder if that song talks about something else and I'm just, you know, ignoring the context. Anyways. Alright. Alright, if the key was bomb shoes, they expect us to use it. It seems just like a previous room. Oh, nice. This is the time where I talk about Zelda 64 because I have nothing else to talk about. Okay, so a little parkour area and just took it back. Okay, gotcha. We went over there because that's where the thing is, and that's the side of the room we came from, so... Alright. I mean, if you think about it, I mean, this is like a simple enough room that you can make it like in something like Zelda Maker. I think I haven't really mentioned properly that I think Zelda Maker should handle itself like sewers. Like Half-Life's hammer works. You know, you make blocks, build the world around it. 5 rupees, huh? Jesus. They're like, you know, you make rooms out of blocks and whatever, and you know, you start doing shit with that. And it sounds kind of weird, like making a room out of blocks. Wow, that sounds crazy. Yeah, but every map made on any valve property made in Half-Life 2. Oh god, all the way to Counter-Strike was made with Hammer. Counter-Strike 2, I mean. Well, CSGO, I should say. All the Valve maps, you know, left for the Team Fortress, what else have you, were made using Hammer. And even though Hammer is rather primitive for what it is, and was being used for like over 20 years, essentially, almost, it's a pretty decent map creation tool, especially considering that, for example, you don't need to make models in Blender and whatever, port them into the editor, and then that's the map. You make the map within the editor and you play it, which sounds logical, right? However, if you use like Unreal or Unity or a modern like game engine, you will notice that those game engines don't really come with a map editor like Hammer. If you are going to make like level geometry, you need to make it first on a 3D program and then port it in, which is a pain in the ass, I'm going to say. You can argue that something like Blender or Autodesk Maya or whatever is not primitive like Source is, but it just, you know, it just raises the ceiling by a stupid amount. And considering that the advantage of Source, oh god, is that you can just start making the map already, I prefer having something in the editor to make the map. Oh yeah. Not sure if I just to keep trying to get this gold to last, but because I mean, I think already got like the biggest reward of them. Oh, come on! God damn it! Should have seen this coming. Oh boy, well I mash. Because I mean, if you want to make complex geometry, Hammer is not good for that. Again, Hammer is the editor for Half-Life maps. Well, Source map essentially. Maybe it's not exactly good, but you can get some pretty good results just by making a map out of blocks. And of course, you can make more complex geometry with it, but you know, it requires an extra step to start doing that. I mean, for example, and it's not like it doesn't have the tools, it's just that it's a bit more difficult to use than if you were to learn a 3D software, per se. Really? Well, at least we're not getting pushed constantly. Because if you have noticed in Half-Life and Garry's Mod maps or whatever, the terrain is not usually flat. Flat grass? No. It's not usually flat, it's bumpy and whatever. You can make a block, give it the terrain properties, and use the geometry up and down to make terrain. Like, despite the primitive nature, Hammer is pretty competent and easy to use. So I think Zelda Maker could use something like Hammer. I mean, if you think about it, Zelda maps are just kind of a complex version of Half-Life 1 maps. If you port Half-Life 1 gameplay into a Zelda map, it's not going to look out of place, you know? Or I guess I should say, if you port Zelda maps into Half-Life 1, it doesn't look out of place. So, you know, they could do that too. And so many places to go. AKA to. Well, let's finish exploring down here. See what happens. See what's next. Was slow on the wrong, huh? Anyways. So yeah, Zelda Maker having an editor like, you know, Half-Life's Hammer, Curse Hammer. It's not such a crazy idea, right? Then you can render the map, and it's going to call whatever is within bounds and out of bounds. Take it from there. I guess that's the other part that I consider, because should you know what Hammer does is you make the map out of blocks. However, of course, there are phases of evil. There are phases that are outside of the map that you clearly, you know, are not using and are not intended for gameplay or whatever. The editor is going to call them out and just keep whatever is inside the boundaries. Oh, it's up. The carousel. La vida es un carrusel. Yeah. Stupid meme. No one's going to get it. Okay, well, I'm not leaving this room without fear now. What the fuck I'm supposed to do, right? Jesus Christ, does it have to be like this, dude? You know, maybe I didn't check the other area properly, so let's go back. Or I think the issue with the hammer method of making maps is that you will have to train players, which probably is not such a big deal, but okay, yeah, see. You will have to train players to understand what a leak is. Which I guess I need to explain that too. In Half-Life, Hammer, when you make a map, it needs to be enclosed within itself, alright? It cannot be, you cannot make a map in the void and just expect it to work. Because in order for the editor to properly understand what is a room and what isn't, everything needs to be properly closed up for it to make the calculation correct. Otherwise, you're going to get what is known as a leak. A leak is essentially if any entity of the game, in the case of Half-Life, weapons, NPCs, movable objects, etc. If any of those objects can reach the void, it causes a leak. And then the editor has problems just figuring it out what part is a playable area and what isn't. So if you were to make Zelda maps in, say, Hammer, you will need to make sure that all of the areas are properly closed up and not, you know, nothing is open to the void. I know what you're thinking. Well, some question that you may have is something like, well, what about, you know, maps like Zen at the end of Half-Life 1, where, you know, you're in space and whatever? Isn't that like the void, technically? Well, no, because you're thinking about is in reality. Can I make that jump? Probably not, but I'm going to do it anyways. Okay, I did. What in reality is happening is that the entire map is enclosed in a box, but with the skybox texture, so you see like the sky. Because it's still, you know, technically a locked room. Usually what some people do, and this is like the amateur way of doing things, is that you can make your map and then make a gigantic box around it and then you avoid leaks. I mean, it works for the sake of working, however, it's terrible for optimization. That one goes the other way. Because, I mean, you're going to get a playable map, alright, but what Hammer also does is it makes a map, it considers what is actually like playable space, and then it makes these invisible boxes called V-sleeves, which just tells the game engine what the player can see and what the player cannot see. Because, I mean, for example, I'm pretty sure that if we make this map in Hammer, this room will be got in a couple of V-sleeves. And these V-sleeves tell you, okay, if you can see the V-sleeve that is in another room, then it's going to render part of that room. If you can see, like, another square inside the hallway, you can see part of the hallway, but not all of it. A bit complex to explain, but it just tells what can be seen and what cannot be seen, and it just calls it out. You're open on the other side, okay. I mean, I was thinking, do I need to do something else or I can just, you know, go ahead? It seems that we can just go ahead. And when you make a gigantic skybox, what probably is going to happen is that the game is going to think that the entire map can be seen, so it's going to render everything. I was thinking of either picking the box that I left at the entrance or picking this one. We're picking this one. So, you know, then I guess we will also need to teach players how to work the editor, but I think that's going to be the least of our worries. Because I think, despite being a bit of a pain in the ass to understand at first, you know, enclosing maps and optimization and whatever, it's going to solve all the issues down the road. Because if you were to allow players just to make planes, as in, you know, 3D planes and boxes, without the editor doing the optimization for them, I think what's going to happen is that people are going to make maps, they're going to render all at once, and a couple of switches are going to burn because of that. Because instead of rendering what needs to be rendered, it's going to render the entire map and it's going to cause issues. So, you know, we're going to make the users suffer a little for the sake of, you know, the long run. Okay, I was thinking, what the fuck? If that's a solid wall. So yeah, just for the sake of the long run, making players understand an editor like Hammer in order for maps to be optimized and enclosed within rooms, think it's a list of rewards. Because I mean, the other room is called out, but I'm pretty sure, like for example, for Zelda ROM hacks as they are currently, is the level is the ROM hacker that needs to say which room is loaded and which one isn't. Because we can play some of the ROM hacks where the entire place is just rendered. That's nice. And I mean, if you make maps in sewers, I mean, this is like a bit besides the point. But you can do a lot of magic with level design just with the editor itself. Like, you don't need to additional program anything else. It's just the IO. Just if you hit this, it's going to trigger this sequence. If you do this, it's going to trigger this sequence. If you dodge this, it can trigger this sequence. If you do this, add plus to this invisible counter. That type of deal. Which is extremely helpful. It was a depth perception kind of thing. I was thinking that it would be nice, I mean, considering I haven't seen it like fully myself, but remember Nintendo Labo? When Nintendo sold cardboard? Yeah, because it's better to... Here we go, the Longshot. Distance twice as far. Right. Yeah, because selling on reusable plastic is better than just cardboard that the moment you forget about it, you know, it's going to recycle itself. I mean, we can argue about the software prices, but you know. I'm surprised how much of a fuss people made because of that. Nintendo is selling the players cardboard. How dumb can they be? Are you fucking stupid? Would you prefer just keep filling the ocean with microplastics? I would prefer not. I don't think you can have cardboard in your veins or in your balls. Anyways, point is, Nintendo Labo had a bunch of codable things that I'm surprised Nintendo went ahead and let users code. So I presume Zelda Maker can have like codable aspects to just, you know, make things more interesting. I don't know what that's for. Oh well, I guess there's nothing else to do, so let's leave. Let's not do that. It's just one of those things that we'll drop a bomb on this one, and you know, we're gonna make our way on top and see what's next. That I think was waiting for us, alright. Oh well, now I am confusion. What do we got anyways? The Longshot, or yeah? What I mean, we got the Longshot on the other side, not here, so... And I don't think they will really want us to just leave, right? I mean, what is this for anyways? What is this area for anyways then? Okay, I see it. Ah, man. Unless... And this potion just reaches this thing where I may have to go to the other side. That didn't open. I am confusion. Well, here's the only issue that I see happening. For example, I was saying that it would be nice if you could have, like, you make your dungeons, and then you explain, well, I guess this is another thing that you should explain. You make your dungeon, and then you explain the, you know, the logic of the dungeon itself to, I don't know, to a thing, an invisible spreadsheet, or whatever you want to call it. Where you say, in order to be in this room, you need to have at least the hookshot or something. Or in order to open this door or reach this place, you need to have the hookshot. Like, for example, I presume there's something over there. You can tell it, like, in order to get this, you need to have the hookshot or whatever. Why would you do that? Because then you can put your dungeons into a randomizer and let the user just create randomizers from either selected dungeons or random online dungeons. Now, there's a lot of busy work around that before you even get to do them. Because if you were to, let's say, randomize Super Mario Maker, that's pretty sure a bunch of levels are unbeatable. Or if you were to randomize each ROM hack as they are currently in a randomizer, I'm pretty sure a lot of things will be unbeatable. There will need to be a lot of things explaining the logic behind certain things. I don't get your friend. I really don't want to leave this room and then have to come back to this later. Yeah, that's a shootable thing. Although we open that, boss? Oh no, it's because we picked that key, right? I don't think that's it. I was thinking about using bomb shots, where I don't think we're exactly lined up with that. I mean, that did it. I know it did. Oh, I'm an idiot. It did it. But I didn't saw that thing move, so I just felt confused. Anyways, give me a minute. Oh, fuck off. Fuck off. I was thinking, do you think I didn't hit the hitbox or something like that? It's just that sometimes you shoot them and they are going to work the first time around, and sometimes you shoot them and the hitbox gets misaligned or some shit. That's crazy. Well, it didn't take that long to figure out anyway, so I'm not too worried. Anyways. What is that? Oh, it's a skull. Couldn't find shape or form to what it was. Will I hook on the chest or the... yeah. I think we have you. 2 fairies. So yeah, you will need to explain the logic to the randomizer to know how your rooms work, how your dungeon works, in order to make like beatable seeds and put them online. If the users wants to either play normal Ocarina randomized or use a campaign that is, for example, this ROM hack campaign randomized, or if you want to do like random entrances and just, you know, mix and match the randomizer with other like dungeons. Again, it would require a busy work in order for it to work, and I'm pretty sure like Labo coded dungeons probably are not going to be part of the randomizer. I mean, depends, I guess. Because I mean, what if one of the only code of one of the rooms is just turn the arrows into bomb arrows or shit like that? Then it's not that big of a change, right? Or I guess you will need to explain the logic that in order for you to go through this room, you need to have at least the bows, the bow and arrow, and the bombs. And clearly we need, you know, something from here. Alright, I see. What the hell happened? What the hell happened? Well, anyways, I'm pretty sure we can just shoot it from here. Well, assuming it's one of those of... Oh, it needs to be shot in a very specific way, in a very specific angle, otherwise you are fucked. Well, it happened again. At least I didn't lose my arrow on that one. Can you look up, you dick? Make sure I'll have this line up properly before I start shooting, alright? Oh no! Oh no! Okay, that wasn't so bad. That wasn't so hard. Now, let's not die. Would that be enough? It should be just... Ah, god damn it! You scared me, you are... Okay, you're a lot... Oh, I'm gonna need it. How much rifles for that? Have a heart completely. I think a heart completely, you're a dick. You are a dick. Master of time mechanics. Oh god, they just shoot me little by little, okay? That's not a little. Oh. I mean, do we use stand in midair or something when we use the hook shot or something? Trying to see if that's the case, but I don't know, I just probably use a weird angle. Anyways. Boy. Boy, please die. God damn it, dude, it just wants you to. You just do it on the very moment you fucking start doing it. I mean, if that makes sense. Like, you only got one shot, one opportunity to get everything you ever wanted. One moment. Capture it, or just let it sleep. Yo, his palms and sweaty. Knees, I'm so never don't remember this song anymore. That's a long time ago. Oh god, no. Okay, you see that moment? See that moment? You see that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Where is that? Okay, I think... Oh! I was thinking, okay, it seems we hit the sweet spot of this fucking thing. A little leniency could have gone a long way, alright? Ah! Oh, okay, those are fakes. Got you. So there were ones over there, so whatever. Fuck is that, man? They got sentries. Oh god. I mean, I have like 3 fires on deck, but you know, I would prefer not to get killed. So maybe want to use the classic. Alright. Miro Burrito. I don't think we have a need for sculptures anymore. We just get them, alright. So yeah, I think you'll have to tell the randomizer if you want your dungeon to be able to be randomly randomized. Or just... Okay, be able to be singularly randomized, or just can only be randomized as part of the dungeon, or just not randomized at all.